Hello everybody, this is Kiran and today we are going to learn about a few more concepts on MySQL, starting with limit keyword in MySQL. Now we know that using select star from table name we can get the list of result sets, the entire table data can be seen. Now we would sometime not want the entire data results to be shown to us, and it would also take a lot of time to show to retrieve through so much data and then show them. So sometimes we would just want some top 10 rows to be displayed or something like that, any limitation on the result sets. So that can be used using limit keyword. So if we just want to see 10 rows, only 10 rows we can see, or if we just want to see some 1000 result sets, so we can do that also. Okay, so what is the syntax of using limit keyword? So whatever select star or select any column names from table name, where if you want to apply the condition and then limit n. So if you write limit 5 rows will be printed, top 5 rows will be printed, right? So we will use this and see. There's more to it actually. If we just want to see data from 10th to 20th row, we can do that also. So we'll see it, but first let's use limit simply. So if I just quickly run select star from employee, here we go. So there are so many entries, right? We just want to see 4 entries, let's say. So I can use that keyword here. Select star from employees, limit 4. So limit 4 means only 4 rows will be displayed. So I'll just quickly run this query. So if you see my screen, only 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So the first row which was inserted will be, so first in, first out. So it's used. So first row, second, third, fourth. 4 rows are printed here. Select star from table name, limit 4. Now, what we can do, we can also apply a where clause and then apply limit. Let's say select star from employee, where salary is greater than or equals to 80,000. Okay. First, let's see how many result set is being retrieved from this query, and then we'll apply limit to it. Okay. So you can see some around. Now we have so many data sets. Now we only want to see 3. Limit 3. So this is how limit keyword can be used, and you can simply restrict the number of result sets. I'll just run this again. So only 3 rows are retrieved here. That's about limit. Now let's go to the PPT again and we'll see more to it. Offset. So offset is used to see data in a particular range. Like you want to see 5th data to 20th data or something like that. Whatever, from somewhere to somewhere if you want to see. From 10th data to 100th data. So if you want to do that, you can also do that using offset keyword. Now offset is select star from table name, limit a number comma some other number. So what is the meaning of offset? It means, let's say you want to see from the 3rd row. So from 3rd you want to start. So your offset will be 2, like after 2 you want to see, comma after 3rd how many rows you want to see? Let's say you want to see 10. So you'll write 2 comma 10, then 3rd to 10th will be presented. So that's I'll quickly show you this so this is clear. Let's say in our table, which is select star from table name, hang on, in this table we want to see from 4th to 10th. Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 7 data we want to C, right? So what will we do? We'll write a query, select star from table name, limit. So now we want to see from 4. So the offset will be 3. Okay. So we want to see from 4. So we have to write 3, 7. So that will present all the data from, I'll just run it quickly for you. So you can see here 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7. So we don't have 8 and 9. 8, okay, 8 is there. 9 is not there. So basically 7 results will be displayed. Okay, 7 results. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 results got displayed. So how many rows you want will be the second entity here. And after which row you want will be that offset. So in case of, let's say you want to see data from 20th to 30 more. So your offsets will be like 19. So because you want the 20th to be printed, so 19, 30. So you want 30 rows to be printed. So whatever is the number of rows you want in your result will be here in the second entity, and from where you want to see. So if you want to see from 19th, so you have to write 18 here. So like that. Let's run it. Let's do some more query from this offset, so it will be more clear. So we have this result. Let's write one more query. Hang on. Select star from table name, limit. So imagine you want to see the data which is from 5th to last, you know, let's say you know the last total number of rows. So from 5th you want to see. So 5th you want to display, right? So you have to write 4 here. So 4th row you don't want, but you want 5th. So from 5th, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9. So when you do that, so you want 9 rows to be printed. So when you do that, I'll just run it. So you can see from 5 everything else is printed. That is the use of limit and offset, that you can choose from where you want to display the data set and how many rows you want to print, right? That is about it. Let's go back and quickly see what else we have here in this. Otherwise we'll start on with the keys today. Yeah, it's all done now. Okay. Let's see, instead of keys first, let's see DDL, DML and DCL commands. Important. So far we have seen so many commands. We saw starting with create table, and then we saw inserting data into the table. Then we saw select queries, and then we saw alter, then we saw drop, rename and everything. So we should know which kind of statements they are. So DML statements is DDL first. Let's learn about DDL. Means data definition language. Okay, so when you are actually defining the database or defining the structure or schema, then it will be DDL statements. So create is a first example of DDL, like you're trying to create the entire table, right? So that has to be DDL because you're defining the structure of the table and the schema of the table. Now alter is also DDL because you're trying to add a column entirely. So here you're not dealing with the data, here we are dealing with the schema of the database. So wherever you are not dealing with data are actually DDL, you're actually dealing with the entire schema of the table, or you're trying to work on with the creation of the objects, so that it will be DDL. But when you're actually working with the data, it will be data manipulation language, when you're manipulating with the data. So those will be DML. But here first create, alter are the examples of DDL. Drop, of course, because you're also removing the columns, you're actually dealing with the schema of the database. So drop, truncate, Now we'll learn the difference between what is the difference between drop and truncate, but for now just understand truncate is removing the entire space of the table from the records, as in the drop and the alter is adding, but drop command is removing the column, removing the table also, but the spacing still remains. No, the space which is assigned still remains, but truncate is going to completely remove the table from remove all the records of the table, so you cannot find that table after truncate. So we'll see that difference, but for now you have to understand truncate is also yet another DDL statement. Okay, so there's another statements like comment, which is used to comment the data dictionary. Okay, when the queries are created. Renaming an object, of course, renaming of the columns or the renaming of the tables, both can be done using rename commands. Data manipulation language, so these were the DDL. Always remember: create, alter, drop, rename, truncate. And DML is data manipulation language, where you are actually playing around with the data. So select is the best example we have seen so far, so many. Insert is also DML, because you're inserting data into the table. You're not actually playing or creating a table, you're actually inserting data, so that is also DML statement. Update, yes, we saw update for changing the values, right? Suppose we want to change the last name of a person, so update is the command. Update table name, set column name is equals to whatever XYZ, where you have to give some unique condition. Let's say ID equals to this. So that's how you update. So update is also a data manipulation language command. Delete, yes, we are deleting the values or deleting the rows, actually entire row. So delete from table name where. So where clause is actually uniquely identifying that particular row or rows, whatever you want to delete, and then delete command can easily delete the rows, right? There are yet another manipulation languages like merge, call, explain, plan, and lock table. These are also used as DML statements, but the widely used ones are select, insert, update, and delete. Okay. There's another statements, kind of statement, which are called DCL. Okay, DCL is used to grant or revoke privileges. In the database, we cannot allow everybody to have similar kind of privileges. Okay, so read, write, execute privileges are properly decided and distributed amongst the team members, because the data is a crucial matter and we cannot allow everybody to manipulate or everybody to have execute privileges to the database. We can only allow read-only privileges, like nobody can delete anything from the table. So whosoever will not have all the privileges. So that is important, that restriction is important. So that is done by grant and revoke command. So grant command is used to allow grant command actually provides privileges to the user, accesses to the user in the database, and revoke command takes away those accesses from the user from the database. These are important commands and they have to be used wisely. So these are DCL. Okay, there's something called TCL also, transaction control language. Transaction control languages are having statements like commit. Commit means you're saving some work in the database. So up till a particular point, if you're not using commit, it is not getting saved. So you have to commit if you want to save some up till a particular statement you want to save. So it can commit. Save point is actually marking a point on the statements till where you want to roll back. So save point will be that. And roll back is restoring the data to a previous commit, so the last commit. So let's say commit 1, commit 2. So let's say you have done commit 1 and you are moving forward, and then you roll back. So it will go, whatever you have done after commit 1 will be gone and it will reach up to commit 1, because you have to roll back up till the last commit. So that is roll back. And self transaction and commit. like saving the work. Save point is to mark a particular transaction until where you want to roll back. Rollback is going back to the last commit, and set transaction, it change the transaction options like isolation level and what rollback segment you want to use, right? So these are all transaction control language DCL statements. We saw various statements today, which is DDL. Go back again. DDL, data definition language, which includes statements like create, alter, rename, drop, truncate. And DML is data manipulation language, which includes comments, which includes queries like select, insert, update, delete, merge. Data control DCL is grant and revoke, and TCL transaction control are like commit, save point, rollback, and so on. So these are different kinds of commands in MySQL. We have to remember this. And there's another rules. DML, data manipulation language statements, can be rollbacked, whereas DDL cannot be. DDL are auto commit, so they cannot be rolled back. So that means, suppose you're doing performing a DML statement. So you're deleting something and then you want to roll back, you want it back. So if you have your last commit till there, you can actually roll back. Okay, DML statement has that privilege, but DDL, they're getting auto committed every time. Whatever you're doing, you want to create a table, it's getting created. You want to alter a table, it's happening. So you're actually not able to backtrack here. So it is auto commit, but here DML, they can be rolled back. So that's all from today's session. We learned about the limit keyword, limit and offset. We learned about DDL, DML and DCL and TCL statements in MySQL today. So that's all from today's session. In the upcoming sessions, we'll learn more about joins and unions and everything else. Till then, thank you.